A very warm welcome to all of you. Today we are going to talk about our presentation for Smart India Hackathon 2024. And the ministry and organization that we will be catering today is the Ministry of Law and Justice. Our problem statement code is SIH 1699 and our problem statement title is Let's Learn Constitution in a Simple Manner, Institution Perspective. The theme name that we will be working on today is the miscellaneous theme. So moving on towards the user interface design that we will be working for our application is the first slide that you can see is the home slide, home page of our application. The first segment of this application is the daily article. So the home screen has a section of daily article which will display the article on day-to-day basis. On every new day there will be a new article displayed in this section. And to summarize the law, we have to summarize the law in as easily as possible. The second part that will be displaying below that is the law summarizer, which will summarize the complex laws in a much easier manner for the normal user to understand it more better. And we also have a chatbot displayed on the bottom there, green color icon that you can see is. That chatbot enables us to talk about and to discuss various laws that we are facing in the day-to-day life. For example, if a woman goes through any domestic violence issue, she can just talk about it with the chatbot that I am facing certain issue. What are the laws that are made for me or to benefit for me? Moving on, the second interface that you can see is the main element of our application, which is we are trying here to educate the user based on the gamified version of the learning of Constitution. So the first game that we will be talking about is Spin the Wheel. Spin the Wheel will have here various domains like women safety, child safety, road safety, and whenever the user will spin the wheel, the whatever the arrow strikes on, that domain will be displayed and the law related to that domain will be seen to the user. Next, moving on to the Snakes and Ladders game. It is familiar for all of us and it is likely to be as same as the Snakes and Ladder game that we play on a day-to-day life. Basically, that the board game will present snakes and ladders, and for every step there will be a situation which will have the 6 correct options, rating from 6 being the highest accurate correct answer and 1 being the lowest correct answer. So according to the user requirement, the user has to select the optimal answer. For example, if the user is on 99, so he has to select the least correct answer and get the one to win the game. So the next game that we'll be talking about is the interactive map. Here we will be distributing the India's map into different states and we'll be talking about the different laws in that particular state. For example, if Maharashtra has certain XYZ law, what is the law about the same domain in some other state? That we'll be talking about by differentiating it state-wise. The last game is the memory game. Memory game, here we will display flip cards and one side there will be the domain of the law and the other side will be the article number of that law. So for example, we are going to talk about the child safety emoji on the one side of the law, on one side of the card, and the article 23 on the other side, that is that resembles for the child safety. Now moving on towards the most attractive and most user engaging content of our application, that is the Reels section. So as we know, educating us about laws and constitutions in a theoretical manner might be boring sometimes and might get the user bored as well. So we have tried our best here to keep the engagement as fun way as possible by making it as a feed of reels or a short video content displaying the laws and the rightful information that is verified from the lawyers as well. Now the last section, that is the user account section. This section comprises of various menus like account section, favorite section. In the favorite section, like we are going to talk about the daily article in the first slide, and if the article is relevant to us or we want to use it in further future ways, so we can add it as a favorite article. So that's the part. And language here we are going to use a multilingual interface for all the commoner people to study the constitution in the native languages as well. So this comprises the user interface design. Now moving on towards the technology stack. So for artificial intelligence part, we are using the Gemini API, Indian Qanun API, eCodes API and Crime Check API. For the user interface, we are using the Next.js And for database part, we are using the MongoDB for the database. Talking about the additional features, we are using multilingual user interface for every normal common user in our country to get educated about the constitution of our country. The second part is the law bot using RAG model. So it is basically a chatbot related to the laws of a country. Storage and deployment on the cloud, two-factor authentication, law summarizer, and gamified version of law learning. So with this, we would like to conclude our presentation on this Smart India Hackathon. Thank you for lending me yours. Thank you one and all.